today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders versus Jimmy Garoppolo and the Los Angeles Rams.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete
to Robert Woods.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these...
It's a foot race. 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. He's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
It's a gain of a yard.
The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. 17 carries, 65 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. out of the gun. He'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a beat. You give yourself a beat.
And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 77 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Garoppolo's
A huge play that time for the Rams. 47 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much since. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
For the field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Raiders 7.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. You have to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And this is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Fan bases. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Rams.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They start the drive with Counter, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Counter. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Los Angeles.
Garoppolo now. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. The 30, 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys are able to regain the lead.
For the point after.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That pass play wound up for negative yardage. So here's 2nd and 11.
Raiders 21.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Rams.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass intended for Robert Woods.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we...
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
1st and 10.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. L.A. readies for its next possession.
And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Garoppolo.
Now it's complete to the tight end, Hopkins.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. Did the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll let this go deep.
He's got him in. Complete. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Henry Ruggs
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. And not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
They're now out on the field. Here comes Los Angeles. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Rashawn Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Screen pass to Connor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
To go back to work. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy,
and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Taylor back with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw is Garoppolo. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Daniel Carlson on 4th.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive, so a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, dropping him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
And then open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
At the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Henry Ruggs
There to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for it.
Robert Woods, the 40, 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Garoppolo's pass.
Robert Woods, 75 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
Lining up for the point after.
We were
were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. Where he stands right now, as you see, already over 1,000. You have to think 2,000 is a real possibility. Long way to go in the season, but what he's done so far, spectacular. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Rams.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Bryson Hopkins.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
4 yards to go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Garoppolo's pass complete.
Keenan Allen, 44 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending
blitz coming, and down he goes. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up on the clock this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down and breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's got a man open. That's It's Allen. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on third down. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. In third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30.
You thought you had it, Kiki. You thought you had it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Touchdown.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Rams on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That's good.
16 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the Rams' 30-yard line.
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Carr now to throw. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 19 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one.
They just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this one to Cobb complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
1st down, Los Angeles.
There's Garoppolo to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Complete.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 17-yard line.
Garoppolo again.
He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And the Rams are likely going to have a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is complete. It's Allen. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work.
All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game. Listen.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is, you probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one? You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play? You're having one of those Madden.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter down at Arizona. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
He finds his man, complete. That's Allen. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And pressure gets to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.